Hello, welcome back to PlayStation Access. I'm Nathan, and I am again joined by Dave this week after a little break last week. I was in Texas last week, Dave.
Yeah, I remember.
Really hot.
Yeah, you said.
Hot. I was there with Holly. I was, and I came back and I started editing all the videos of me, and there's a couple of comments about this as well.
Right.
And I thought in the hotel, because it was outside, it was like 40 degrees.
Yeah.
In the hotel, it was like nice and air conditioned, but I'm just like, it's like I've been laminated. It's like I'm just shiny the whole
time.
Nice
sheen about you.
Every video I'm in.
Healthy. It's healthy, isn't it?
A healthy glow.
Healthy glow.
A wet glow. So this week, there's no one-on-onesie this week, which we apologise for. We're still kind of working out what we're going to do with it. And we didn't have time this week because we're going to Gamescom next week.
Yeah.
So this week has basically been like QuakeCon videos and No Man's Sky, and then we're straight into Gamescom. So it is tough. So we will.
It is tough.
We will get onto it again, but probably like we're going to be travelling a bit now. So that'll be in the near future. But we do have some exciting news though, Dave. Have you heard about this?
No.
I genuinely don't know if I've told you about this. Holly's put this cool event together, basically. Yeah. It's like an Access community event. We've not had one for ages.
But I'm in Access.
Yeah, so you're eligible. So let's talk about this. Basically, to help celebrate, the Final Fantasy movie, Kingsglaive, Final Fantasy 15, is coming out, I think it's like a digital release on August the 30th. I don't think it's going to be in cinemas, but Holly has like organised this event so that members of the Access community can go and see it at a special screening.
Right.
She's putting on like a premiere, basically.
That's cool.
Yeah, right, and it's going to be completely free. So she's teamed up with Sony Pictures Home Entertainment and Square Enix to run an exclusive event for the community, and it's on August the 23rd, so a week before it's out.
Right. Oh, wow, that's amazing.
So if you're interested, because we can only put one screening on, it is London, which I know isn't great for a lot of people, but it is London. And what you can do there, relax and enjoy your popcorn. There's a free goodie bag for all attendees, a commemorative lanyard, which I think has got Access on it. Looks like I actually want one. It's a chance to get hands-on with Final Fantasy 15 demo for the first time publicly in the UK. And then like afterwards there's going to be like a private bar with some snacks and drinks.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, so like it will be a cool event, and it will basically be, like if you can get down there, you should do. The tickets are on sale right now.
If I can't go, can I still have a lanyard?
I don't know. I'm sorry. We need
I thought you had all the info. What's all this
It
stuff?
doesn't say anything about if Dave asks an awkward question while you're trying to deliver all this info. Doesn't say anything about that. Cosplay is welcome is another point that we should make, and we'll put the link down in the description about how you can get your tickets. But like I said, they're available now. So if you are interested, stop listening to us and go and sort that out.
Now.
It is over 18s only as well, and you will have to show ID on the door. No way around this. You just have to.
Where'd you keep your ID if you're cosplaying?
Is that a joke?
It was a bit of a rhetorical question, yeah.
I don't know, man. Probably in your bag.
Yeah.
Like in your cosplaying
Depends
bag.
who you come as, doesn't it?
Thanks, man. Oh, good. Right, let's move on. So we do have the rest of our regulars this week, and we're going to start with Gaming Confessions.
The time for truth is nearly here, bringing tales of lies and fear. To stand a chance at gaming heaven, reveal to us your game confession.
It's like I punished. Like I had a few comments last week about how small you'd made the comments. Thanks, man. And it's like I'm being punished because these are really tiny. Grimdell123 says, #Gaming Confessions. I bought Alien Isolation, this is for you, Dave,
right,
the day it got released on PS4, and I still haven't even started playing it at all. The reason? I'm kind of too scared to. I really like the Alien films and I want to experience the game, but I can't bring myself to do it. I don't mind scary games. I finished Until Dawn. Not sure that that's really scary. Twice. But there's something about an alien stalking me around a deserted ship that totally freaks me out. Am I worse than Dave? Please say it isn't so. I guess Dave actually did physically play it. Another very similar comment,
made to, though.
Actually, which I didn't pop down, where someone had said they bought it, played the first encounter, and then turned it off forever. So, I think
we had that a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, they got to the Robot Man. The first
Android, Robot Man,
which I put in there in that access granted. But you should definitely play the first hour. The first hour isn't scary. Like there's nothing. It's
creepy.
But the world is amazing.
Yeah,
and looking around,
so
especially if you're an Alien fan, you're going to love seeing what they've built. And then as soon as the alien appears, or indeed the android, the first android, you just turn it off.
Just check out. You've already bought it.
There you go. You've paid for it. You might as well see that bit.
Alexsaurus Rex says, Gaming Confession. I wanted to platinum Fallout 4. So I aimed to get 100% happiness on Sanctuary before I continued, and it turns out it's almost impossible.
Oh God.
So I wasted 30 hours on that, and when I got it, I got sick of the game and I never played it again.
Oh.
Someone else replied just with like this tirade, which unprintable tirade,
Right, I see.
of like, yeah, those, the
right,
settlers,
they were agreeing.
Screw those guys. And I was like, in my head, I was thinking that is basically my experience. I had to give my copy of Fallout 4 away because I got so obsessed with keeping everybody happy.
Yeah.
It was like, my happiness was like,
Yeah.
doop, 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 doop.
It's funny because in our office, for example, you tend to not really worry
settlers
how
here?
happy Rob and I are at all. Just
Well,
know.
you don't have. If you had like a figure
Right.
above your heads, then
I can work something out, man.
Yeah,
I can work on my expression
Yeah, you can't
more.
make like a global map for us to pin where our viewers are from, but you can do that.
Oh,
Sure,
God,
good.
You've remembered that.
I have. AEP51 says, Gaming Confessions, you asked for it and you got it. At one point in Assassin's Creed 2, I was on a horse in a nice area and the sun was setting. This was right after you leave the first city, having met Leonardo da Vinci. And I thought, I just met Leonardo da Vinci. He gave me something cool. I've escaped the bad guys and it's a beautiful sunset. Why don't I just stop here? And I did. Months later, I sold the PS3 for a PS4 and here I am, having still never finished Assassin's Creed 2.
I mean, that's sort of great, isn't
It's like
it?
a happy ending.
That's
He's
sort
bought
of
that
great.
game.
He's happy.
There's loads of games on PS3 I never played. So at least you met Leonardo da Vinci.
He finished on a high. Like, that's just such a great sort of life skill, I think. Just going, hey, this is all great.
Last week,
I'll leave it there.
I don't know if you played it. Like last week, we had someone who played Dishonored until the final mission. Went into a shadowy corner and then just stopped forever.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a weirder ending.
That is a bit more
that
weird.
you've given yourself.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at this one. Also on Assassin's Creed, Masma123 says, reasons I stopped playing a game, I got Assassin's Creed Syndicate for Christmas and I played it all Christmas on my dad's 50-inch TV and I loved it.
Nice.
And I bought the DLC, but as a university student, I had to return to my uni room after the holidays had ended and I had to continue to play on my tiny 28-inch TV and it just wasn't the same. So Jack the Ripper is still at large in London.
Damn.
I know, and like that is the thing. Some games, once you've seen it on the big screen,
There's
you
no
can't
going back.
go back. Chris the Milkman says, I played all through The Witcher. That's right.
Oh, The Witcher.
And halfway through Hearts of Stone, up until the painting sequence, where you have to fight the arachnomorphs. I killed them all, no problem. No problem for Chris the Milkman.
I don't like the sound of
Charles the
arachnomorphs.
Milkman. But when the cutscene after played, an arachnomorph corpse was situated facing the camera and blocked the whole screen. It terrified me so much I ejected the disc and I've never played it again.
That arachnomorph knew what you'd done.
That is a strange thing
Face
about
facts.
sometimes when you go from cutscenes to real life gameplay in The Witcher, like I love that game and I basically forgive it anything, but you do have like bodies sometimes in strange places, or sometimes if everyone leaves a room, like 2 or 3 NPCs at once, everyone just sort of walks around and into each other.
Strange queuing system for leaving.
Yeah, like,
Oh,
let's go.
Let's get out of here.
But it's still the best game. Harry Waddle says, Gaming Confessions, I thought, again Dave, I thought you like this, when I play scary games like Until Dawn, I always turn the volume down to 0 and play nice happy music on Spotify in the background. It makes the scary games much less creepy without music. It's cowardly, but I'm sure that Dave would approve.
I would approve, and if they would let me do that, I would play all the scary games. That would be fine. Like, sound is such a big thing. At the cinema, if something remotely scary is happening, I've noticed that I start sort of putting my hand over my ear. It's like, oh, something's going to happen. It's going to be loud. Going to hate it.
It's time for comments of the week.
So here we are with comments of the week. Now, Dave.
Yes.
I don't know if you know what's coming.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't. Are you going to mention?
It's about the jingle, Dave.
Right. Well, I was going to say I saw last week's comment, Nate.
Izzy Mumford.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that, Izzy. And actually, that's the exact pitch I was going for. So
Really?
it might not agree with it.
Yeah.
It
See,
might,
I don't know enough about music to know whether you could have been going for another one.
I don't play by the rules, man. I don't play by the rules.
Actually, some people have come to your defence. That's why I'm. So if you didn't see last week's, basically, Izzy Mumford said, as someone with perfect pitch, every time I hear the comments of the week jingle, a small part of me dies because the last note, a C, is ever so slightly out of tune.
Not in Bali, where they actually use quarter tones.
But I still watch every week just so it makes me #cring. Well, a couple of people, like I said in the comments, were defending you. Nick Tadia was one of them. He says, it's not flat, it's a major 7th, so it's still in harmony.
Exactly.
What does that mean?
Exactly what Nick said.
Right. You did music,
I could
right?
play a major 7 chord for you on a guitar.
That's right,
but I probably couldn't tell you what it means.
No, and someone else said...
Sounds quite dreamy.
Someone said something else, basically that Dave wasn't wrong. Daniel Gonzalez simply says, Holly, Whalem, which is a reference to our Stickbold playthrough, and which took me ages to understand. I was really confused about why someone had written that in the end.
Had a few lovely tweets recently from people just saying that I've bought Stickbold and Overcooked based on you guys playing.
Do you know, if you're going to buy, if there's a couple of multiplayer games to buy, it's those two. They're so good.
Excellent. Well, there's a few actually we've played, but they're so good, and I just love them. Oh, sorry, I just wanted to get that out there.
I think you're right, man.
Can we play Stickbold now?
Maybe, because we're going to Gamescom. We'll be like the end of term. We
exactly.
We can have a little game at the end. Game Collector says, which one of you guys, if not all, are going to Gamescom and will be on the Bungie PvP stream? I only ask because I'm a big fan of the channel and of Destiny. We are all going to Gamescom, and I believe that it's Holly and I will be streaming something with Bungie, but I'm not sure exactly what we're streaming. I guess it's something new. I genuinely don't know if it's PvP or if we're doing some other kind of new gameplay stuff. I don't know. I was worried actually after I read that it is PvP, because I've not played Destiny for a while, because obviously The Witcher, and I might be rusty. You know? And if it's PvP, it should be me neither. You know?
I was going to say, man, I'll play for you. I'll play for you guys.
Dave hasn't played much Destiny, but he's quite good at shooters. This is in a reference to what I did last week.
What did you
with
do
the
last
301
week?
King. Malcolm Elford says, wow, Nath's opened a can of worms here. I guess I can just be the king of 301 Club, and then hashtag 3016 Club. It's because I let the guy just have it because I liked his comment, and even though he'd missed it by a little bit. Yeah, it was. I mean, now I think about it.
Tricky one, Nath. I mean, that just goes into comments of the week, doesn't it? Or an honourable mention.
Do you know, why didn't I just put him in comments of the week?
I don't know. Or an honourable mention.
But do you know, I think it was partly a reaction to the fact that last week's 301 comments, they really weren't that good, everybody. Right. You know. And this week they're much better. So last week I just picked one that I liked.
That's interesting.
More flavour this week. They had more flavour.
Because we're so vague with what we're after. That's the, we were meant to come up with like
tasks, little
categories
tasks and
stuff. Yeah.
We will
do that
sometime in the future. Sean Marshall says, I was doing my maths homework today and one of the answers was 301. It's needless to say that the 301 Club theme popped right into my head. I was then jamming for about 5 minutes and it took me ages to get back concentrating to my homework. Thank you, PlayStation XS. Thank you, Sean Marshall.
Imagine if that happened in an exam. That could be life ruining. And
you get kicked out for jamming. That would be awful. Ejected for jamming. Winchester SPN says, in honour of you lovely gentleman and lady,
and Rob,
I named my first star system PlayStation Excelsior, and the planets Lord Nate of Dighton, Dame Holly of La La Land, Sir David of Jackson, and High Lord Rob of the Crystal Palace.
But now I want to know what my planet was like.
I know. Well, No Man's Sky is amazing, by the way. Keep up the good work.
That's excellent, now. That's
I'm glad that people are out there playing it already and sending us things. It's good, isn't it? I haven't had a chance to play it yet.
I have.
You have. You made a tips video.
God, I want to be playing it right now.
X-Ludix says, my brother and I, this almost went into Gaming Confessions, but then it didn't. My brother and I are tennis fans, so when Top Spin 4 came out, my brother got it for his birthday. Now, my brother was really good at the game, whereas I was terrible and always lost, but I really wanted to get better, so I would torture myself by playing it over and over again. However, one time I got so angry that I put a note inside the game case telling me to never ever play the game again, even if I thought I wanted to. Don't be tempted, because I suck and I would just get angry. The note continues to do its job, and I've not played it since.
That's smart.
That is, I like that a lot.
That's very smart.
I'm just gonna, and then it's like a physical reminder of how unhappy you are when you go back to it.
Yeah.
I feel like
that's
I need
why
that
I had to delete
biscuits.
FIFA. You know, it was like, that's what there is now.
Same for me with Fallout, man.
You can't write a note on there. I just have to delete it.
Just get that urge of just like, oh, I want it with Fallout Settlers, and then you nope. I like this question. Random Axe. Hi, folks. I have a question about your respective individual accents. Being from Canada, of course, I can't really tell, but I doubt you all hail from the same area of London or the UK at large, I suppose. Yeah, we're not all from London. In fact, only one of us is. Is there ever a time around the office or out in the field together when you take the bad word out of each other about your accents or where you were from? That would be a lark. And it's mostly, you can tell from Dave's face. So Dave and Rob are from the southwest, which I don't know.
Of England.
Yeah, I don't know if you could like transfer it to Canada. I don't know if there's like an area, like it's the non-metropolitan. We're actually in the southwest now, but they're from like a more countrified version of it. Where are you from, Dave?
I'm from Dorset.
Yeah, whereabouts your town though? Because you can't...
Sherborne in Dorset.
And sometimes I pretend Dave has got a southwest accent when he doesn't really. Sometimes when Dave gets excited.
Yes, that's Nathan's favourite thing to do.
We're not really with Rob. Rob's from Taunton, which is kind of near...
Somerset.
If you're like Stonehenge, it's a bit near there, right?
If you're from somewhere else in the world...
You are from
then
somewhere else.
The southwest of England would be sort of largely considered to be sort of like farmers.
Like bumpkins.
And like like hobbits.
You can, I mean, you know.
We sometimes, me and my people, when we're away, we refer to it as the Shire.
Yeah, so. You and your friends from home, genuinely, in kind of an ironic way. And Holly, you know, so Dave gets a bit of the, I don't, you know, if Dave gets scared of a game, that's like, I don't want to play that game, sir.
Oh, God's sake.
And he always says, I don't talk like that.
Don't talk like that.
Holly's from Wales, which isn't even in England, but is part of the UK. I can't even remember which part of Wales that she's from. One of the Welsh parts, and
she's quite lost her accent, hasn't she?
She actually lives in London, and so yeah, she does. She sounds more.
But not when she's angry or in
She
Wales.
meets a Welsh. There's a Welsh man who works on Pro Evolution Soccer. Sometimes we run into him at events, and then you can just hear the Welshness intensifies.
Yeah, exactly.
And there are some videos where if she's been talking to a Welsh person at a show, and then she does. So sometimes it's the way that she says "year" can sometimes change. She, you know, yeah.
Are people still watching this? We've talked about our accents.
Well, this
for
guy
quite a while
asked
now.
about the accents, and I've got like just a fairly I was born in London and I moved around a bit, so my accent is just British guy.
It's mottled. English
man.
They've got the skills to know when it's time to watch our next video. They're the ones we love. 301 Club. Better than the comments above. 301.
Like I said, I like the comments this week, Dave. Let's start with Jenny Bradbury, who says, at last! Hashtag 301 Club. 50 videos, many months of refreshing the page constantly, and I finally achieved my dream. Keep up the good work, guys. You make Monday worth getting through. This is an honourable mention for you, Jenny. I don't want to leave you out.
That's what I like to hear, though. That's the spirit of the 301 Club right there.
That. Yeah.
50 videos.
I've got in there under 301 views and part of the club. Let's have it. I like this one even better. Ashley Besser says, hashtag 301. My roommate turned me onto this channel and I'm pretty sure he hasn't made it into 301 Club. This will make him totally jealous.
Nice.
If I become queen of the 301 Club for the week. Honourable mention again because I like this next exchange. You know, the very first comment on the video this week was by Eric Johnson, who just said, he's taken our advice, Dave.
Okay.
Leaving a comment right now so I can ensure I get into hashtag 301 Club.
Yep.
And then he comes back and replies, phew, made it. So happy to have officially made it into the 301 Club. Last time I took too long to think of a clever comment and ended up missing 301 Club by the time I submitted. The worst part was I couldn't even think of a good comment anyway and ended up writing something boring. At this stage I was thinking, Eric Johnson, you're doing it again. Come on, man.
You're losing me, Eric.
What have you got?
Come on.
And then he said, I've decided to give up on being clever and I'm just happy to be in the 301 Club for the first time. Thank you, Access, for always uploading great videos and for giving me another reason to wake up for work on Mondays. I was like, well, that's got some heart to it. I'm happy here.
Nice.
And then Rhino Van Dam came in.
Great name.
Woo 301. I was quaking in my boots. I wouldn't make it. Okay, that was his entry.
Right. Is that a QuakeCon?
And Eric Johnson comes back and replies, your comment literally made me laugh out loud. Give this person the crown. Eric Johnson, despite being first, he's come back on someone else's comment. I like that he's involved in the community. Yeah. I like that he's pushing someone else forward. So Eric Johnson, for leaving 3 comments in the 301 section and for just being a nice guy.
You've done it.
You're this week's 301 king.
Yes, dreams can come true.
Yeah, if you ever dreamt it, I don't know. Coming up this week, Dave.
Oh man, I just remembered. I was going to say, what is coming up this week? And then I remembered what's coming up this week.
Stop this video, we're going to pack our bags, we're going to buy some train tickets, we're going to find some euros.
Yeah.
And we're going to travel to Germany.
And then we're going
to eat some sausages. And also, we're going to do coverage for you guys.
Yeah.
We've got a pretty packed schedule out there.
Yeah.
So think of like E3, we're going to have videos up probably from maybe Wednesday. We're going to have a couple of things on Wednesday, but then mostly it'll be Thursday, Friday, a few over the weekend, and then the week after. Stay tuned to the channel. We're going to have capture, interviews, just, news. There's going to be news, Dave.
Yeah.
Rob won't have a Friday feature this week. He had one last week, and he will have one next week. But this week we're in Germany, so we will put something together to go into that slot. It will have Rob in it, and probably a number.
Sounds good. That's basically it, anyway.
And then we'll try and get back to normal for the week after. Although, I don't know, man. There's lots of travelling going on, isn't there?
Yeah, me and Holly are going from Cologne, from Gamescom to SummerSlam in New York City.
Hard life.
It is a hard life.
Hobbit in the city.
Glad that you understand. So Holly's a big wrestling fan, and I used to be a big wrestling fan when I was a teenager.
Who's your favourite, Dave?
Back in the day, I used to love. Well, I got into it.
I just want you to say The Undertaker.
Well, I'm not saying then. I'm not going to tell you. But please do let me know in the comments who I should be sort of cheering for. I don't even know what the big matchups
cool
are.
now?
I don't know what the big matchups are.
You've got to make a sign.
Who's wrestling?
Yeah,
we should make a sign, shouldn't we?
You should tell us what slogans Dave should put on his sign, and then you can see if you can see him at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That would be good. Yeah, so please do help me out. And hopefully
also, you're going to see a game, right, as well?
Yeah, WWE 2K17.
17, yeah, 16. Well, we'll be late on that one, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
So the other thing is just to reiterate that check in the description if you're interested in attending the PlayStation Access screening of Kingsglaive Final Fantasy 15, which is the only time you're going to get to see it in a screening room in the UK, and it's completely free. You just have to be 18 and you have to be able to travel to the venue.
That's such a cool thing that we're able to do. Like, that's so good. Holly's done amazing to put that together
well
for
done,
everyone.
Holly.
Yeah, well done, Holly.
We'll have loads more of Holly on the channel next week as well, or this week from Gamescom. Until then, we will go and we will get ourselves ready. So we'll see you soon.
Wish us luck.